wanted to kind of go through a couple things with you. I'm doing a product review on these amp kits. I've seen a lot of great reviews on Boss and Belva, more so on the Boss product, so I kind of felt compelled to kind of share some things with you. I was kind of going through it. I got confused. I ended up buying a little more than what I needed, but it was a great opportunity to kind of just shed some light on what we're getting here. Overall, when I opened up the packaging of the Boss, at first I thought it was okay, but then I started looking at the gauge wire. This right here says 8 gauge. I mean, looking at it, you're not really getting 8 gauge. See that? It's just mostly all like shielding on it. So I mean, you're not really getting your money's worth, even though it is pretty cheap product. I mean, for the KIT2, which is an 8 gauge, I paid about $11.77 for it. Now, if I compare it to the Belva, which with the Belva kit, you can tell like right off the bat, there's a major difference in sizing and quality of the copper wire inside the shielding. So this is the 4 gauge, and then here is the power wire for the 8 gauge as well. So doing a comparison on these two, you can see a major difference right off the bat. I mean, this thing is lacking copper for sure. And again, this is the Belva kit. I mean, the Belva, you're paying $12.99 for. It's worth every penny. You guys can do the math. You decide whether, you know, the 8 gauge is worth it for Boss, or if you want to do Belva. Comparison on the 4 gauge too. Check this out. I mean, if you want more jacket than copper, then, you know, you kind of want to go with the Boss, but I don't think anybody out there wants to do that. I wouldn't run that on my amplifier for sure. I mean, that thing will overheat. Super stiff wire. It's not flexible at all. I wouldn't even try running this through the vehicle. It's just like plastic on top of copper. Not really the best quality at all. I wanted to compare the speaker wire sizes too. This thing right here, if you compare it to their 8 gauge speaker wire, which is right here, can you even tell? Now, come on now. I laughed when I saw this. Nothing but shielding on that. There's no copper on the Boss wire. On the Belva wire right here, the red one, you get so much more copper out of that, or copper clad aluminum. Much better. I mean, their RCAs look decent. They seem to be pretty well shielded. I haven't really tried them out yet, so I don't know if you get any background noise or anything like that, but judging from the speaker wire and the power ground cable, I really don't even want to try to put this in my system right now. But it comes with like a little AGU glass fuse. I mean, that's okay. I've had this in the past. That actually ended up burning up in my engine bay, so if you want to take a look at that. Yeah, so I mean, not the greatest of quality. The Belva amp kits, both of them, they come with the mini A&L fuse. That right there is a little more efficient, doesn't heat up as much. But I mean, you get your miscellaneous installation equipment here. You got your zip ties, you got your terminals for the 8 gauge system. Same thing with the Boss system. They got the same thing in there. I mean, they give you everything you need. RCAs, I mean, these look very comparable to the Rockford Fosgate ones that I've bought in the past, the entry-level ones, but they're still good. Again, you kind of get something stiff with the Boss system. I mean, it doesn't look like it's very flexible. But I mean, you guys, this is a review. You guys could decide whether or not you want to get this kind of system. I mean, if you're installing an amplifier that requires a lot of power and you're on a budget, like me, I'm a father, and I'm always looking for the cheapest price out there, but I still want to get my money's worth. I would actually stick with the Belva amp kits, to be honest. I mean, they're not really that greatly reviewed, but they've got some really good reviews on the website. There's not like a number of people that actually reviewed them, but that's why I want to put a live review out there, because you guys are actually getting a lot more with the Belva kits. Again, not to totally bash on Boss. I mean, they give you everything you need to install, but I mean, for the money, you're paying $19.99 for like the Boss Kit 10, which is their 4 gauge. You're paying about $29.99 for the BAK42, which you're actually getting true spec wire. I mean, I don't like to feel cheated. Again, one last shot of this. I mean, big difference. I mean, you could tell right there, you're going to be running this from the battery to your amplifier. I wouldn't want to do that with this, especially if you need a 4 gauge. So I'm going to kind of end the review on that. You guys do your homework and decide whether, you know, which kit is best for you. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.